Make money at home without working. How to make the most money. Hi, I'm Ricky Williams. In this video, I'm going to tell you the easiest ways to make more money with your Helium Hotspots. In a couple minutes, I'm going to tell you how you may be able to double your hotspot earnings with a bread pan. But first, let's look at the most important factors in making money with your Helium Hotspot. Helium tokens are paid out to hosts, that's you, for working your miner. When your miner uses radio waves to prove that other hotspots are where they say they are and that they're doing their jobs. You can get an idea of how much your hotspot will earn by comparing it to other hotspots in your area. Just ask for a mining assessment for your address if you'd like an estimate. The actual money you will earn depends on how active your hotspot is. Every time your Helium miner adds value to the Helium network, it earns you money. It adds value by doing the following types of tasks. First, participating in proof of coverage challenges. Second, witnessing those challenges. Third, transferring network data. So, how can you earn more money? Position your miner to do more of these tasks. The single most important factor in how much your hotspot earns is how many other hotspots are around yours. It needs to be close enough, but not too far away from other hotspots. If you're in the middle of nowhere with no other miners around you, you will not earn because your hotspot has no other hotspots to talk to. These miners are known as lone wolves. If there are too many other hotspots around you, however, they will start to steal some of the tasks that your miner could be performing. If we take a look here in Philadelphia, this hotspot Long Graphite Rat, it's near 112 other hotspots, which is quite a few. And if you look at the white spot there, in the middle of the hex, there's 13 other hotspots in that hex. And if you look at the neighbors, there's 11 and there's a 7. So there's just the density is very high, and Helium Network doesn't like the density to be too high. So they'll start cutting back on rewards. So it's more like a dogfight than a lone wolf situation. The amount you can earn will be limited. Here's an example of 2 hotspots in State College, Pennsylvania. Short Orchid Opossum witnesses 12 other hotspots right now. Compare that to Sticky Vinyl Hedgehog, and they're only witnessing 4 other hotspots. But these 2 hotspots are less than 2 miles apart, so it's hard to understand on the surface why one would be so much better than the other. And in fact, Sticky Vinyl Hedgehog, this one here, has a stronger antenna than Short Orchid Opossum, and it still performs a lot worse. But Short Orchid Opossum has a straight view of more hotspots, so it's able to talk more, and it makes a lot more money. Hotspots don't earn from other hotspots that are closer than 300 meters. But at their farthest range, hotspots can witness other hotspots as far away as 30 miles. The Helium network constantly figures out just how many hotspots work best for different size areas. These are shown as hexagons on their network map, and the area sizes go from resolution 0, or res 0, to resolution 12, or res 12. So the Helium network has set targets for how many hotspots they want in each resolution area. And this is kind of a guideline as to how many they want and how many you can have. And the math behind it is pretty complicated, but the purpose of this chart is just to show you that they've got it all figured out. And ideally, you want to have broad coverage, so you want hotspots in each hex, but not too many hotspots. The density of hotspots kind of tells you how much you might earn, but you don't have a lot of control over it unless you're buying multiple hotspots and trying to put them in the best positions. Then it might make a difference. What does make a difference, what you can control, is where to put your mining device in your house or your workplace. Helium.com recommends putting your hotspot in your window, but you can make more money with a little extra effort. After you receive your hotspot miner, download the Helium app to your smartphone. Use Discovery Mode to find the best location for your hotspot. The ability of your hotspot to talk to other hotspots depends on the size and density of things that block line-of-sight RF signals. Things like trees, buildings, and the building materials in your home or office. Placing your device next to a double pane or low emissivity window may not be your best choice. But if you use Discovery Mode in the Helium app, you can move your hotspot device to different places in your house or office and see which location can talk to the most other hotspots. It might actually be better to move your hotspot away from a window next to an outside wall, unless that wall is concrete or bricks or metal. Also consider testing your hotspot in your attic. The building materials in your attic may allow more RF signal strength, and it's higher up. Here's some approximate building material signal loss factors. So if you go down this list, and you can look this up online, but if you go down and look this up, you can see that probably the worst is thick metal, concrete is pretty bad, low E glass windows. Those are expensive and they help keep the temperature in your home, but they're terrible for trying to receive or send signals, from a radio frequency device. So in that case, it might be better to go to an outside wall where you're only contending with drywall and maybe some fiberglass insulation, maybe some plywood and plaster. So you just have to figure out, you could calculate all this, but it's easier just to use the Helium app and move your device around until you find the best spot. You might also get a better signal strength using a ground plane under your hotspot device. In fact, you might even double your earnings. A ground plane reflects radio waves back to your device and boosts the signal. Unfortunately, your hotspot device doesn't come with a built-in ground plane, but it's pretty easy to do for Helium's 915 megahertz frequency. All you need is a conductive flat metal sheet under your device with a bigger footprint than your device, such as a bread pan, a cookie sheet, or a piece of sheet metal stock. It doesn't cost anything to use the Helium app Discovery Mode to compare your hotspot coverage with and without a ground plane. Just use whatever flat metallic surface you have on hand to run your test. And if you can talk to more hotspots, then go ahead and order a metal sheet sized to fit under your device. And if you want to avoid all RF signal losses from building materials, you need to use an antenna. This is not a requirement, and it's not as important as being close to other hotspots. But spending $100 on an antenna could easily make you more than that in 1 month. Think about getting an extra $100 or $200 or even more every month for months and even years to come. With Helium Network antennas, higher is always better. You'll see about 90% of your max earning potential with an antenna that's at least 20 feet above your roof and surrounding roofs. You can also compare your hotspot performance with or without an antenna using the Helium app. To get the most out of an antenna, you need to match the gain with the terrain. So you have different, what they call DBI antennas available to buy. And the most common ones for radio frequency devices for Helium hotspots are 3 dBi, 5.8 dBi, and 8 dBi. And the focus of a 3 dBi antenna is close to spherical, so it's a good choice if you're in a flat area and are close to other hotspots all around you. A 5.8 dBi antenna sends and captures RF signals in a more elongated shape. It's usually a good choice for suburban areas, especially if you can put your antenna high above the ground. An 8 dBi antenna has more reach, but a narrower view. This is the antenna you want if you're in the country, miles away from other hotspots. Here are some Helium Hotspot antenna kits that are available through iHub. This is not the only place you can buy antennas, but these are high quality and they're designed for these Helium hotspots. The 3 dBi kit runs about $50 at the current time, and going all the way up to the 8 dBi kit, I think is around $90 right now. And that's with a short cable. You can also order longer cables. If you do use an antenna, try to connect your hotspot as close to it as you can to minimize cable losses. Use low loss, high quality LDF or LMR cable like those shown in the iHub kits. If you have a longer cable run, it's not advisable for signal loss, but if you need to go 30 or even 50 feet, you need to use a thicker cable like a 400 LMR cable, and that's available. You can order those cables as well. In the next video, we'll look at buying your own Helium hotspots instead of getting one from iHub. Are you thinking about getting your own hotspot miner? Then keep watching my videos to help you understand the risks and rewards. If you can't wait, you can get started right away by clicking the first link in the comments below. Click the nationalconsumeradvocate.com/helium-miner link in the first comment below this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel to get the latest info about making money with your hotspot.